What's up, everybody? The Armorer here. Today we're going to be going over Travis Lively from Bud's 234 shooting evolution with a Colt M4, seeing why he is missing the shots and kind of giving an expert opinion on what went wrong and what he could have done to prevent this. Let's go.
Basically what he's assuming is if I have to run the hill and I find out who it is, I'm going to discipline him my way, which he's probably correct about that.
Miss. So just because a student does well in die phase doesn't mean he's going to cruise third phase by any means. Miss.
As you just saw there, Travis missed his first two shots, at least captured on camera. And the preamble to this, he's already under stress from all the other evolutions and all the other stuff that's going on from that day. And that will degrade efficiency and proficiency unless you've been very thoroughly trained in that sort of evolution before. Talking as a prior marksmanship instructor, setting up your weapon system from the get-go is absolutely essential so that when you're under pressure, you can perform and connect with the targets at distance.
Unsafe, let's move. Let's go.
Normally I'm, pretty good, but yeah, everyone has their good days and their bad days.
Another miss. Take your time. Squeeze off around. Miss.
So something to add here, and which I'm going to comment on, is any time that you have to run in between positions in which you're going to be shooting from or even moving and shooting, it's going to elevate your heart rate, it's going to get your adrenaline pumping, and that will also make it more difficult to connect with the target at distance, especially with the weapon he's using, and it hasn't been properly set up.
What got me frustrated was the fact that I didn't figure out I had the large aperture on until I got down to the last three targets.
I'm going to clip in a picture from the Soldier's Manual of Common Tasks on what he was talking about the large aperture. So you see two illustrations here. On the left-hand side is the large aperture, or the short range 0 to 200 meter aperture, which is only usually used during low visibility conditions, because if you're trying to shoot beyond 200 meters, it'll be very difficult because you won't have proper contrast to the target in the daytime. Now on the right illustration, you will see that it is flipped in a different position, where you will have the smaller sight aperture for 300 to 800 meter targets. So those are the differences, and that's the way he should have set up his weapon before going through this evolution.
Step over here, face down range, clear and safe.
There's two different sights. You got one for night, which is pretty large,
All right, grab your magazine,
obviously because you can't see as well at night, and you got a small pinhole for the daytime. And you had the large aperture on for the daytime. Should have brought my glasses.
So Travis, reflecting on his shooting, he realized that he had the sights set up in the wrong position of the rear sight aperture. And he also mentions glasses, so a note here that glasses can shift the focal point of impact from someone who isn't wearing glasses. You do zero, you shoot, and then you put your glasses on to see better contrast. Maybe you're farsighted. Now your point of impact may have shifted. Now, if it is cold weather out, they can fog up, and they can also inhibit your ability to connect with the target because you won't have a clear view from the rear sight all the way to the front sight post and then out to the target itself. So you got really kind of terrible peripherals there. Now, and this adds to all of what's going on at Bud's, which is arguably the most intense military training in the world.
You're actually going to be way off. That's what Fox did too. Otherwise he would have been perfect, I think.